Welcome to another video about the Pathfinders United. My name is John, Director of the Golden Heirs Pathfinder Club in Petersburg, Virginia. Today we'll be going over the Schrade SCHF 56. Okay, welcome back. Today we'll be doing a Schrade knife review. What I did is I contacted Schrade. I actually went on their website and looked at several knives that they had, and I was looking for a knife that would fit for a teen and a youth. Myself, I have a Schrade SCH9 and I also have the 3N. Both are great knives, but a little too big for teens and youth. So as I was looking over the website, I mean, they have tons of knives that are on their page. So I was looking at different descriptions and I said, you know what? Instead of me racking my brains trying to figure out which knife will fit, what I'll do is I'll contact Schrade. And I did. And they sent back a list of knives and hatchets that would actually fit for a teen and a youth. Also, I have listed in the description below the knives and hatchets that they recommend. They also had some multi-tools that they had. They also have a saw, and they also have a shovel, which I planned on purchasing as well, to do a review on them as well. So let's get to it. Okay, so today we'll be going over the Schrade SCHF 56. Now they also have a 56L, which is a longer version of the 56. This is one of the knives that was on the list for teens and youth that they sent me. When I got it, several things. One, that this thing was razor sharp right out of the box. I could not believe it. I've actually had this knife probably for about 2 months, maybe 3 months now. So this is not an out of the box review. I've actually had it, I've actually used it. To give you more of a actually how it worked when I used it review, more so than a straight out of the box. There are two issues that I have with it, none of which is with the knife. Is actually with the sheath and the fire steel, and we'll go over that a little bit later. But as far as the knife, it's a real good knife. Feels real good in the hand, even if you squeeze down on it. There's no hot spots on it. Has a nice 90-degree spine on it. Again, I'll list this in the description below, that way you can actually, check out all the specs on it and things like that. It is 1095 steel. It is a full Tang, and if you look at the spine on that, you can see there's a very thick spine, and it is full Tang. It goes all the way to the end. A very good knife. Again, like I said, I have the SCH 9, and I also have the 3N, which are large knives. So looking for something a little smaller to do a little more fine detail work with around the campsite, making tent pegs or making pot holders, wood shavings, things like that. So this knife I ordered, again, feels really good in the hand. No hot spots, and again, the sharpness out of the box was phenomenal. The only thing I've done with it in the 2 to 3 months that I've had it is I've used the Work Sharp field sharpener, and I used the leather strap on that, and that's the only thing I've done. I've used it, used the leather on it, it came back nice and sharp, just like it is now. So what we're gonna do now is go over to the wood stump and do a little testing. As I mentioned earlier, there are really only two issues that I've actually had with this. Neither of which is the knife. One is the sheath itself. And if you look here, it looks like it's closed, but there's actually the Velcro itself isn't really holding at all. The second issue is the ferro rod. Now it fits nicely in the holder that it has, but the rod itself will actually come out of the holder. Now the other ferro rod that I have by Schrade it stays in there. It's glued in there, it's something, but it doesn't come out. The issue you have is while you're using it, it gives out very nice sparks. Voila, your ferro rod comes out of the holder. Not a good thing. Okay, so what we're going to do now is do a little bit of knife stuff. What I'm going to do here is do some batoning. Even though there's, people have different opinions about the batoning process, you don't need a baton with a knife. You can actually use a hatchet to actually do that with, but we're going to do it with this knife anyway. Now this is not that thick, and again, the blade length isn't that long that's on here either, but we're still going to use it to do some batoning with. All right, let's do a little batoning. And again, this is a fairly small piece of wood here, but again, this is not the knife I would be using for batoning anyway, but just to see if it would do it. And with the thickness of the spine of the knife here, again, it is absolutely no problem to do this with this particular knife. Okay, next we're going to see if we can get a few curls off of this. Now I will admit, I am not the best when it comes to making a feather stick. But it seems to be curling, making pretty nice curls. Not too shabby, not too shabby. I just want you to see how many sparks, or how actually this 90-degree spine is really working on this ferro rod once you actually hold it. And as you can see here, the ferro rod works beautifully. Okay, also with the 90-degree spine, just gonna do a little bark scraping. And as you can see, not a problem at all. Okay, being that the list that they provided for us was a list of tools that are for youth and teen. So let's go now to some teens and youth using the product.
I'm 12 years old.
Okay, now which knife do you have?
I have the SCH 51.
Okay, so you have the SCH 51. Now, how does that feel to you?
It's not too heavy, it's not too light, but it's mostly kind of heavy to me.
Okay. What about the handle? How does the handle feel?
It feels kind of comfortable, so I can just
Do some work
without moving my hand and stuff. It feels good.
Okay. All right. We're going to try this other one. I will switch.
Wow, I like this one better.
Okay. Now, which one is that?
That's the SCH 58. 6.
Okay. Okay. So now you have the SCHF 56. And that one feels a lot better to you?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. All right. We're going to do a little work with that and see how that works for you.
Okay.
Okay. So now you have that's the 56? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now this is the short version, by the way, people. They also have a 56L, which is a longer blade profile, but this one is the 56, the shorter one. So let's see how this works in your hand.
Wow. This is
Oh, you're making real good shavings with that. Nice long curls and everything. Now, how does the handle and everything feel?
It feels really comfortable to do. I don't really have to squeeze it that hard because it's like good enough for me to handle without me dropping it or something.
Okay.
Feels really nice. Whoa, this is really good for me. There's another place I could go. There you go. I already got half of it done.
That fast too.
Wow. And this is like not even like my first or like I don't do this very often.
Okay.
It's not really like a
So with the sharpness of the blade and the nice grippiness of the knife and everything just makes your camping task a whole lot easier.
This is really fun. I don't even want to stop.
So it feels that comfortable and that easy for you. Excellent.
I seriously don't want to stop. Can I turn it around?
Sure. And she's doing an excellent job here, and as you can see, no problems at all using this SCHF 56 fixed blade full Tang knife. And this is straight out of the box here. It hasn't been resharpened or anything. This is right out of the box. And she's making very, very easy work of this stick with no effort and no problems at all. Thank you so very much.
You're welcome. Oh my God.
She's not stopping. We're just gonna have to fade to black. Okay, and your name is?
Brianna Clopton.
Hello, Brianna.
Hello.
And you're how old?
14. 15. 15, sorry.
Oh, 15, birthday?
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yes, I understand, Now, you have one of the Schrade knives, and which one do you have?
An SCH F56.
Okay, so you have the SCHF 56. Now, how does that feel to you?
Really light.
Okay. What about the handle and everything?
Kind of heavy.
Okay. Is it too heavy or kind of heavy?
Kind of. It's like the perfect thing. Makes it you hold it, grip it right.
Mm-hmm. So you can see you can do some work with that around the campsite.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what we're going to do next is we're going to get to a little bit of this campsite work.
Okay. They were right. This is really easy.
So this is like no problem for you at all.
Not really.
And it still has a nice feel in your hand and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is, she is making child's play of this stick here with a Schrade SCHF 56 fixed blade full Tang survival knife. Oh, just look at that. Straight out of the box. Very easy. There is no effort that she's putting into this at all. Beautiful. You want to keep going, don't you?
Kind of.
Okay. Now I have contacted Schrade about the issue with the sheath and also the issue with the ferro rod. They informed me that they're coming out with a new sheath, a leather sheath with a snap on it. And they're also looking into or getting in touch with the manufacturer for who actually made the ferro rod to let them know about the issue with the ferro rod. That's one thing that I do like about Schrade is when the customer or the consumer has an issue and you contact them, they try to make sure that they get the problem taken care of before it becomes a real major issue. Okay, I hope this product review was beneficial to you. This nice product review that we had. Stay tuned for other product review that will be coming up. And again, remember, we are the Pathfinders United, uniting Pathfinders around the world. Until next time.